Hey, AJ. I think you might have talked about it post game with Alon a little bit, but on that 3-1 pitch, I'm guessing now you're pretty glad that close pitch was called a strike.
Yeah, um, for sure. Yeah, I mean, obviously with the result the way it was glad it was called a strike at the time. I wasn't really arguing as much. It was more just it was so loud. Our little cardboard cutout guys were going nuts today. I couldn't hear anything. I was trying to ask the umpire if it was a strike because I didn't really hear anything. And then he was trying to talk to me. I couldn't hear him, and it was just a mess. He's got his mask on, so that was kind of a weird situation. But anyways, yeah, it worked out really well, and got the 3-2 pitch, and was able to do some damage on it.
How would you describe the way you're feeling right now at the plate?
I feel really good. I feel pretty consistent every day. Even the days where I don't get any results, I feel like I'm in a good position to hit. I'm seeing the ball well, and I'm competitive with my at bats. Yeah, I feel pretty good.
And last one from me. What do you think about the way the guys in the bullpen have helped you out, and at least in times where you guys might be trailing, have bought enough time for you guys to be able to crawl back? It seems like you've had a lot of late game scoring in recent series.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we've had a couple games where the offense hasn't been going, and when you have a team that has the pitching that just keeps you right there, and you're only just a bloop and a blast away from tying it up. It's huge. You can able when they do that, you're able to squeak out games like this. There's teams where it's just you're down a couple runs, you're not playing well, and then the game gets out of hand. It's 4 or 5 runs, and they keep us right there. So we just piece together some good at bats, and you have a chance to win a game.
Thank you.
Yep. Thank you.
Questions from Pedro Mora. Go ahead, Pedro.
AJ, as someone watching from home, I have to ask: the noise level is fluctuating that much that it was like that much louder today than yesterday or other games?
Yeah, for sure. I think yesterday was a little kind of mellow, and then today was fans were going nuts today. Couldn't hear anything. I couldn't hear the umpire from 10 feet away from me. It was so loud. So I don't know if it's just different times throughout the game. It's not bad. It's just kind of like it's weird when you're not used to not being able to hear the umpire. So yeah, it's loud sometimes.
Uh-huh.
It's not so loud.
I know you've spoken to the perspective that having a child at home has given you to maybe spend a little bit less time marinating on baseball. But could you put it into context how much fun you're having with the game this season in comparison to maybe where you wanted to be last year, and it felt like you never quite got to in terms of just having games like this? This is exactly what you want to do for a new team. This would have been the breakout start you had envisioned exactly last year, right after arriving. How much fun has this been for a couple weeks here?
Yeah, it's been great. It's fun being around the guys. I think last year was just trying to stay afloat. I kind of had a rough stretch in the beginning. It was terrible, and then I had the staph infection that kind of kept me out, and then it was just kind of a weird year. And then the playoffs were it just was weird stuff. This year I was excited because last year I realized it's got a great group of guys here. Awesome clubhouse, and I think I'm just enjoying the guys, enjoying being around different personalities on the team. And yeah, we get to play some baseball. We weren't sure if we were going to be able to play this year. So I'm just going to enjoy that. And, when the game's over, go home and enjoy my family.
Thanks.
Next question is from Jack Harris. Go ahead, Jack. Go ahead, Jack.
There you go. AJ, where do you think that you guys can still get better offensively?
Well, I don't think if you look at today, we were it was a little choppy. I think the first we didn't really put that many good at bats together until later in the game. So the starting pitcher was really solid. He threw. He was on, but at the same time, we think we have some pretty good guys in the lineup. So I think just the consistency. We've had a couple guys get hot at certain times, and then we've I think when we can kind of string together a little more consistent at bats, I think we can do some damage. But look, we're still able to put up a bunch of runs, and even when we're not really swinging the bat so great. So I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it's baseball. It's not unusual. It's not confusing. It's just kind of how it is. You know, you go through stretches where different guys will carry you for little periods of time, and then you hope the other guys are around them are having you're kind of right in the middle. They're putting good at bats together. Maybe they're not hot, but they're not cold. They're right in the middle. We're gonna get there. I think we got such a good lineup, and we got such good good hitters on our team. I think we're just the consistency. I think we're close for sure.
Does that just speak to the expectations you guys have for yourselves when you could see areas to get better, even when you're leading baseball in a lot of offensive categories?
Yeah, absolutely. As a group, we come together, and it's just you can kind of you look around and the types of hitters we got on this team, so we can do some damage. And I think it's cool knowing that we're able to put up a bunch of runs early in the year like this and not feel like we've hit our stride. So, but it's hard. It's a hard game. You're going to go through stretches where you don't even if you have a good club, you're not hitting the ball as well as you want to. And we'll see. We'll see where we go from here. Obviously, it's a humbling game, so you don't want to get too up or too down. So we'll see what happens.
Thank you.
Yep. Thank you.
Got a question from Elaine Elliott. Go ahead.
Muted. Hi. Just wanted to ask you a little bit about Walker Buehler, who it was his longest start of the season. He said he's kind of seems like to be a harsh critic of himself, says he feels this was a step forward for him. What could he do? What could this team do if he kind of gets up to the standard that he's demanding from himself?
Well, Walker's extremely competitive, and he's fiery, and he's just got electric stuff. I've faced him a bunch of times, and he's just super talented. There's not many guys that have that kind of stuff in the game and have that much fire. So we're gonna need him. We all know he's one of the guys we're gonna be counting on, and it's good. He's good. He's a tough critic. He threw the ball well today, and I know he's gonna be harsh on himself. He had a couple walks, but his stuff is great. You still love it when you're playing behind him and he's out on the mound. You feel really good about your chances of winning.
Thank you.